Hello guys, today I'm gonna show you the basics of punch needling. So the most important tools are the embroidery hoops, obviously, the monk's cloth for the base of your project, and also felt, a piece of felt for the backing of your project. And the next thing will be the punch needle and the threader, which is really important. That's how you get your yarn through the punch needle. A pair of scissors, hot glue gun, and a Sharpie to draw your design on. So first thing first, you have to frame your fabric with the embroidery hoop. So this is really important. You have to make sure that your fabric is taut or stretched properly, so tight. This is how it looks like before it's being stretched. So you just stretch all around the edge so it's even, and you can tighten the bolt. So that's how it should look like when you push the fabric. It doesn't have that much give. This is how you put in the yarn. So notice that there are two holes, one at the tip of the needle, and also one is like the mouth, the opening of the needle that will go through entire punch needle. So you put the threader through the hole at the tip of the needle and then fit it through the opening of the needle all the way to the other end. And then you just loop in your yarn and pull out the threader all the way back. And then yeah, you just leave 1 to 2 inch yarn hanging at the end. Also, yarn and the punch needle are actually important, so it depends on what kind of size of punch needle you use and what kind of size of yarn you use. So for this case, I'm using 8 ply yarn and also 35mm needle. So over here I'm just drawing a circle, zigzag, and a couple of straight lines just for this tutorial video. So yeah, make sure you have hanging yarn at the end. So first thing first, just start punching through the fabric. Then you just pull the loose yarn through the other end, and then you can start punching. This one you can start at any corner of your design as long as it's within the area. So yeah, when you punch, make sure the opening of the needle is facing towards the direction that you are going, so as you can see. And also make sure the entire needle, the entire punch needle, like goes through the fabric. Like for me it's the gold needle, right? So I just make sure the entire needle went through the fabric, so then you can get a uniform length of loops. So this is how the loops should look like. I just make sure that the distance between each punch is uniform. If you do it too far apart, your loops will be too sparse and you can see a lot of empty space. Like that, you can see the difference, right? So yeah, so for me, I usually do 0.5 centimeter away from each other. So also this is what happens if you don't push your punch needle all the way through the fabric. So if you notice, I didn't really put in my needle all the way through. And that is how it will look like. Your loops will be so uneven. Some of them will be short, some of them won't even stay. We just come unravel. So yeah, always make sure you punch your needle all the way through the base. And this part, I'm showing you what happened if the fabric is too loose. So in this case, what happened will be your loops also will be uneven. As you can see, there are some short, again some long. This is what happened if your fabric is loose and not taut and not stretched properly to the hoop. And in some cases, if it's too loose, your loops won't even stay. Like, you just keep punching and punching, but It just unravels. Okay, yeah, so make sure, take your time, stretch your fabric properly, make sure it's taut, and what you want to see is that uniform length, full coverage. Okay, I'm showing you how to do like angled design. So always make sure the opening of your needle is facing towards the direction that you're going, like so. So yeah, once you reach a corner, stop and then redirect your needle towards the direction that you are going. I like to move around the hoop along with me because I usually go from right to left. This part, I'm just showing you what happens if you accidentally pull the yarn too long. So what you want to do is just hold the needle close to the fabric and then pull from the back, and just don't pull too hard because you might unravel the loops that you already made, and then just continue. Easy, right? Yep, so you just punch and punch. It's quite easy once you master it, once you understand the basics of it. So that's how it looks like. Over here, I'm just drawing a smaller circle inside that bigger circle, just to show you how it will look like, how this kind of process will look like. You can start punching around the outer shape of your design and then slowly fill it in. And I'm just showing you how it looks like. So if there's a shape within your shape, if you draw a design within your shape, you just punch around the design, and then yeah, some cases the design will get covered at the front, but that's okay, don't panic. That's how it looks like because the loops are fluffy. So but once you punch inside that area, you will see the design itself. And this is how you cut the yarn once you're done with the area. So you just pull extra yarn from the punch needle and cut, leave around like 1 to 2 inches at the end. Once you're done with one color, you can change to the other color. Over here, I'm just showing pink. You just punch through inside the area that you want to punch, and then yeah, pull out the hanging yarn and then start punching within the area. So just like in the video. So now you can see the design, the tiny circle start showing that aside, and just cut the yarn, leave like 1 to 2 inches, and then yeah, it will look messy at first. It will look messy because the loops are uneven and it's all over the place. So just cut the loose yarn, the hanging yarns, flush to the rest of the loops so they are all the same length. So I like to use the tip of my punch needle and move around those yarns and make it look more neat. Yeah, you just move it around and until you're satisfied. So now it looks neat. I hope you guys find this video useful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.